Thank you, Professor Rina, for leading the interesting session, although we were facing little technical problem during the discussion. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to announce another winner of giveaway for participant with the most interesting question based of our judge. The winner for this session are Mr. Agus Wahyudi, Ms. Rumelia Sinarmata, and Ms. Anita Rahayu. Congratulations to all of the winner, and the organizing committee will contact you.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are nearly in the end of our program, but please stay with us because we still have plenty of prize to give away in the end of our session. Before we close the event, we will have a summary of today's conference. The summary will be delivered by the coordinator of scientific committee, Professor Liliana Baskarawati. We will invite Professor Liliana Baskarawati to deliver the summary report. Professor Liliana, the floor is yours.
Many thanks for the Master of Ceremony, Dr. Istiana, honorable keynote speakers, invited speakers, distinguished guest participants, my college, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. On behalf of the scientific committee, I would like to read the summary of all presentations that we have been discussing at Stream 5 of the 6th International Conference of INAFOR 2021 today. The global outbreak of COVID-19 has elicited extraordinary responses from government worldwide. In order to contain the spread of the disease, individual and economic mobility has been increasingly restricted. This pandemic has a direct impact on human life, including economic development, social activities, the environment, and forestry. Positive and negative impacts has also emerged, especially on the environment and forestry. Researchers around the world from a diverse field and subject have seriously paid attention and carried out various research and development to tackling the pandemic. The 6th INAFOR of Stream 5 has successfully gathered forestry researchers, other relevant scientists and experts to share research results, experiences, and knowledge on dealing with the topic of cutting COVID-19 transmission, handling health and economic impacts. From the presentation delivered by outstanding keynote speakers, then followed by invited speakers and other presenters, we are summarizing the important points as follows. The government of the Republic of Indonesia has launched a massive campaign to confront the COVID-19 pandemic and promote the use of science, technology, and innovation. Special program dealing with the involvement of science and technology based through the COVID-19 Research and Innovation Consortium has successfully explored and developed products such as diagnostic tools, ventilator, serum, herbal treatment, vitamin, etc. The findings demonstrated the importance of science, technology, and innovation in dealing with the pandemic. Biological resources and biodiversity taken from forests has been used for herbal medicines to treat the diseases caused by this coronavirus. Treatment options has been the most sought after aspect dealing with handling health, both as preventive or curative measures. Along with the synthetic medicines, interest for treatment using the herbal medicines has been increasing. Research and innovation supported by the richness of biodiversity in Indonesia, particularly from flora, showed a high potential resources for developing herbal medicines. Some herbal-based medicines have been successfully produced and developed in various forms and target of treatment, such as antiviral foods and discovering the potential 1.8 cineol from eucalyptus and melaleuca oil for COVID-19. Studies on the bioprospecting of forest plants have been carried out to uncover promising medicinal plants. This utilization will benefit nature conservation and biodiversity, requiring the use of breeding and biotechnology of medicinal plants. The COVID-19 epidemic has triggered not only a health crisis, but also a biggest economic and labor global recession since World War II. To reduce the impact of the recession on the Indonesian economy, the government has launched a number of programs to improve economic growth. The government promotes the advancement of micro, small, medium firms as the people's economic force, which might help increase economic growth and national recovery. Development home industry to manufacture product diversification using natural element from the forest is an option to boost economic growth. This will encourage the utilization of abundant natural forest resources as environmentally friendly forest commodity. In the face of pandemic, climate change, and other global challenges, healthy forests are critical to building resilient economies and communities that support community resilience and reduce vulnerability to stress-related circumstances. The management of forest area that involve the community and local management rules is one solution for good forest management. The major outcomes that we expect from this conference is exploring the potential sources of forest resources for reducing the impacts of COVID-19. It is expected that the proper implementation of the integrated research and development on forest environment from many countries will be helpful to protect the world from the pandemic. In addition, networking and synergizing among scientists from diverse areas of subject is necessary to optimize the product of research and innovation. Hence, a summary of the result of presentation of Team 5 that we can confine. On behalf of the Scientific Committee, I would like to say thank you very much for your participation. Scientific Committee team, Profesor Liliana Baskorawati, Profesor Antori Mbawanto, Profesor Budi Laksono, Profesor AYP Biji Widiatmoko, Dr. Arif Nirsatmanto, Dr. Rizky Maharani, Dr. Farida Heri Susanti, and Dr. Tin Wahyuni. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Prof. Liliana. Ladies and gentlemen, for officially closing the seminar on the Stream 5 and also closing the 6th INAFOR, the closing remark will be delivered by the coordinator of organizing committee, Ibu Retisa Mutiara Devi. Ibu Retisa, the stage is yours now.
Thank you, Ibu Istiana. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Retisa Mutiara Devi. On behalf of the organizing committee, INAFOR 6 2021, Stream 5, please allow me to read the closing remarks from the Director General Agency for Standardization of Environment and Forestry Instrument. Distinguished guest speakers, presenters, participants, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon. Let us express our most gratitude to God the Almighty for allowing us to hold the 6th International Conference of Indonesia Forestry Researchers 2021 successfully until the end. I believe that during these 2 days, all of us have had a fruitful deliberation in the 6th INAFOR 2021 with a general theme, Greener Future, Environment, Disaster Resilience, and Climate Change. We have learned a lot from Her Excellency Minister direction, also the high-level session delivered by the amazing keynote speakers on day 1 and keynote session on each stream on day 2. All papers, more than 300 registered papers presented on this day, transferring messages, bringing better environment and livelihood. On behalf of the committee, thank you for delivering such important materials to deepen our knowledge, to develop better communication, cooperation, and vision to build back better. According to this, changing science and technology should meet and support employment in environment and forestry sectors and become scientific based to create standard and instrument procedures in those sectors. Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to reiterate Excellency Minister of Environment and Forestry call to structural reforms, particularly to governing the new economic development. The Agency for Standardization of Environment and Forestry Instrument would take steps ahead. Standardization should be intervened to be implemented to raise environment quality and competitiveness products. In this important event, on behalf of the Agency for Standardization of Environment and Forestry Instrument, Ministry of Environment and Forestry, I would like to highlight the following several points. Firstly, regarding knowledge sharing among scientists, I encourage the science that have been discussed in this event can be implemented to create standards instruments in environmental quality for better living. Technologies such as tropical peatlands, rehabilitation, restoration, managing the vital role of springs, lakes, rivers as clean water resources, techniques to clean up environmental contaminants, microbial, bioremediation technology, etc., would assist to improve environment quality. Secondly, today we have finished discussing managing forests and natural resources and hope all research could be implemented to meet sustainable and friendly use. I assume that we should develop cooperation more tightly among institutions to eliminate hunger and poor in forestry sector by creating job availability and giving justice access for communities such as in social forestry, production forest, and protection forest. Thirdly, on enhancing a resilience capacity of disaster and climate change, it is important that we underline this issue. Many technologies have been developed. Flood management and land subsidence, flood and drought hazard, landslide disaster, land cover change, predict and prevent wildfire, mitigate and adapt hydrological and impact of climate change disaster, also disaster risk management. We ensure the resilience of people who get the impact of disaster and climate change would increase. All stakeholders should realize job availability, food, water supply, and common knowledge regarding disaster and climate change. Fourthly, engaging the social economic of environment and forestry should meet for better social welfare because economic resilience of people is a key factor. The transformation from knowledge to standard instrument for the environment and forestry sector can encourage further employment and increase economic resilience because more people can get the same opportunity for work. Democratization, resolution of conflict, mediation, etc. can help decision makers to be certain the better solution for the community and environment and forestry based on good consideration. Fifthly, cutting COVID-19 transmission, handling health and economic impacts is a new topic in INAIFOR 2021. Special program dealing with the improvement of science and technology based through the COVID-19 research and consortium has successfully explored and developed products such as a diagnostic tool, ventilator, serum, herbal treatment, vitamin, etc. Biological resources and biodiversity taken from forests have been used for herbal medicine to treat the coronavirus diseases. Also, studies on the bioprospecting of forest plants have been carried out to uncover promising medicinal plants. The information result and discussion in this forum will give us better understanding of this disease. The economic impact that comes from it makes us learn that protection community and procedures to combat COVID-19 are important. We learn from this case how to handle COVID-19 and give information legacy for the next generation regarding standard and instrument to combat COVID-19 and procedures to handling pandemic situation so that each generation is ready to face it. Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, lastly, I would like to express our sincere thanks and appreciation to all of your for continuously collaboration, especially to our colleagues, International Union Forestry Research Organization, IUFRO, National Research and Innovation Agency, Republic of Indonesia, National Standardization Agency, Republic of Indonesia, the Daiichi Institute of Technology, University Putra Malaysia, Directorate General for Solid Waste, Hazardous Waste and Hazardous Substance Management, Korean Indonesian Forest Center, KIFC, University of Melbourne, Agency for Meteorology, Climatology and Geophysics, BMKG, United Nations University Japan, University of Leeds, International Tropical Timber Organization, ITTO, FAO, ASEAR, National Health Insurance, Gajah Mada University, Ministry of Agriculture, and C4. Please accept my sincere gratitude so that we could successfully organize this event and would benefit for all. And also I would like to thank all staffs who has been organizing this event and deliver our guests as a comfortable session in an online meeting. To close my remark, I say thank you for your participation and attention in the 6th INAFOR International Conference of Indonesia Forestry Researchers 2021. Looking forward to meeting you all in the next important event. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Director General Dr. Agus Justianto. Ladies and gentlemen, I would also like to express my sincere appreciation, especially to Stream 5 Organizing Committee and the Scientific Committee from Center for the Forest Biotechnology and Tree Improvement and the Terokarp Forest Ecosystem Research and Development Center, as well as to APP Sinarmas for providing support and valuable contribution specifically for INAFOR 6 2021 Stream 5. Thank you. Bu Istana, time is yours now.
Thank you, Bu Retisa, for giving the official remark and for officially close this program. And ladies and gentlemen, now we are going to announce the best presenter to win an award for the 6th INAFOR Stream 5. And the winner of 6th INAFOR Stream 5 is Miss Sylvie Nur Oktalina. Congratulations, Miss Sylvie, and the organizing committee will contact you later. Ladies and gentlemen, the event organizer has received plenty of support from our sponsor. Therefore, we would like to present the appreciation to the sponsor of this event. The Director of Center for Forest Biotechnology and Tree Improvement, Dr. Nur Sumedi, will presenting the appreciation certificate and plaque award to our sponsor, APP Sinarmas. In this occasion, Ibu Dr. Asri Insiana, as the coordinator of collaboration project team with APP Sinarmas, will accept the certificate and plaque award on behalf of the APP Sinarmas. Thank you, Pak Nur, and thank you, Bu Asri. Now it is time for lucky drawing for participant. Again, I would like to invite Mbak Maya to host the lucky drawing for participant.
Terima kasih Bu Istiana. Selamat sore Bapak Ibu semuanya. Iya, terima kasih yang masih setia di Stream 5, Innofor Stream 5. Kali ini saya datang kembali untuk memberikan door prize sebelum acara ini kita tutup. Bagi Bapak Ibu yang masih aktif, bisa tetap standby di depan gadgetnya atau laptopnya, karena kita akan segera mengundi peserta yang beruntung. Ya, panitia bisa dibantu, kita bisa mulai untuk acak nomor dan nama. Kita hitung mundur, 3, 2, 1. Iya, nama siapakah ini? Kita lihat. Selamat kepada Dr. Rahman Kurniadi. Selamat sore, Bapak. Masih aktif ya? Oh tidak? Oh ya baik. Karena mohon maaf sekali karena sudah tidak aktif lagi, jadi kita acak lagi. Panitia kami persilakan 3, 2, 1. Ya, warna orange. Selamat Bapak Dr. Insinyur Agus Soekarno MP. Bapak, selamat sore, masih aktif Bapak Agus? Panitia bisa dibantu? Masih? Iya, selamat sore Bapak. Masih di mute? Selamat sore Pak Agus. Masih aktif ya? Iya, baik, sah, kita anggap sah. Selamat kepada Pak Agus. Selanjutnya kita panggilkan lagi putaran, silahkan. 3, 2, 1. Baru satu ya? Iya, siapakah ini namanya? Dr. Mariatul Hiptiah SSI MSc. Selamat sore Bu Mariatul. Masih aktif?
Ya, masih.
Iya, alhamdulillah. Sepertinya saya kenal ya. Iya, selamat Bu Mariatul. Beliau merupakan salah satu peneliti di kantor Balai Besar Litbang Jogja. Terima kasih kehadirannya. Kita undi satu lagi peserta. Silakan panitia. 3, 2, 1. Ini siapa ya? Oh ya, selamat. Ibu Astarina Eka Dewi Eshud MSc. Selamat sore. Bu Astarina, masih aktif? Oh tidak. Baik, kebetulan kita masih ada kesempatan 3 dan 1 lagi gugur, sehingga kita putar lagi. Bagi yang belum, panitia juga boleh mengisi daftar absensi.
Oh iya.
Yeah, kita putar panitia, bisa dibantu. 3, 2, 1. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Siapa tahu nama saya?
Iya dapat, cuma nggak bisa.
Siapa ini ya? Indah Yuniarsih SE. Selamat sore Bu Indah, masih aktif? Masih aktif? Iya, boleh dibuka suaranya?
Oke. Boleh, ada masih.
Oh iya, selamat sore Bu Indah. Dari kantor mana Bu Indah?
Selamat sore.
Iya.
Dari kantor Balai Besar Jogja.
Oh ternyata teman saya sendiri ya. Terima kasih Bu Indah sudah setia mengikuti Innofor Stream 5. Selamat kepada Bapak Ibu pemenang. Iya, terima kasih buat Bu Indah. Terima kasih juga buat Bapak Ibu semuanya, baik Bapak Ibu presenter maupun partisipan. Sampai ketemu lagi dengan acara giveaway lainnya. Mudah-mudahan kita dapat bertemu dalam acara Beauty for lainnya. Saya kembalikan ke MC kepada Bu Istiana. Waktu dan tempat saya persilahkan. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih Bu Maya, and congratulations to all of the winner. For all of the winner of this seminar, the organizing committee will contact you. If you have any inquiries regarding to this seminar, please contact the CP of the organizing committee of Stream 5 seminar. Ladies and gentlemen, now we are in the end of Stream 5 seminar. This has also ended the 6th Innofor conference. We wish to see you again in other program in the near future. Thank you and stay safe. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Welcome to Center for Forest Biotechnology and Tree Improvement Research, or the abbreviation is CFBTI. CFBTI is one of research centers under Forestry Research, Development and Innovation Agency, Indonesia Ministry of Environment and Forestry. Since 2006, CFBTI is to be institution level. Since its establishment in, CFBTI has several name changes, such as CFBTI performs its programs based on the core task is conducting a research in the sector of forest biotechnology and tree improvement as the basis of work. Its state regulation of the Environment and Forestry Minister of Number P.18/LHK/SatGen/OTL.0/1/2016, date of 29 January 2016, about organization and work procedures of the research and development of forest biotechnology and tree improvement. As research center on forest biotechnology and tree improvement, we have authority on various topics research, such as genetic research conservation, breeding and biotechnology for enhancing wood productivity for purpose, like teak, merbau, pulai, suren, sengon, sorea, and the other. For pulp necessity like acacia, eucalyptus, jabon, araucaria, and others. In addition, it is used to increase the productivity of wood for energy needs, such as acacia and calyandra. The conservation of genetic research, improvement, and biotechnology for enhancing non-wood productivity. For example, FEM needs food, energy, and medicine. And biotechnology for flora and fauna with molecular genetics to support threatened or nearly extinct species such as deer and anoa. Within these research programs, it will give high-quality results such as superior seeds from CFBTI Yogyakarta Seeds Orchard, such as Kejubut First Generation Seeds, superior seeds from Kejubut Clone Seed Orchard, Mangium, First, Second, Third Generation Palita, and Northern Water. Superior seeds and science and technology that have launched as superior product, Acacia Mangium First, Second, Third Generation, Eucalyptus Palita First and Second Generation, Kejubut First Generation, Acacia Gracicarpa, superior seeds from Kejubut Clone Seeds Orchard, and Jati Unggul Purwa Clone. Additionally, to science and technology packet that have been declared, that is Acacia Hybrida Superior Clone, Galras Disease Resistance of Sengon, Tissue Culture Galras Disease Resistance of Sengon. In order to support all of high-quality products, we have facilities and infrastructure like molecular genetics laboratory, tissue culture, seed and biology reproduction, physical and chemical characteristic of wood, disease, and bioenergy. In addition, we also have supporting forests and other facilities within the research station, as many as 5 units that is located in Research Station Kaliurang with 10 hectare large, Research Station Pelayan and Watu Sipat Gunung Kidul with 112.9 hectare large, Research Station Wonogiri with 93 hectare large, Research Station Sumber Beringin Bondowoso with 23.6 hectare large, Research Station Padikan Malang Situbondo with 21.4 hectare large, and several building facilities such as a nursery, a greenhouse, arboretum, DCS or dry cold storage, and the other supporting facilities such as library, internet and computer network, database, data processing, interactive website, e-journal, event seminar, dissemination of research and development result, or dissemination and socialization of science and technology. It is an integral part of the institutional program in an attempt to improve the utilization of research result by user. The result of research and development will not be utilized extensively if it is not communicated properly. Dissemination and socialization of R&D result is conducted through various approaches and media such as popular and scientific publications, seminars, workshops, discussions, technology exhibition, technical support, and technology transfer, and the implementation of social responsibility of similar institutions like CSR in private companies. On the other hand, CFPTI is often remained as one of destinations for comparative study. CFPTI is often remained as one of destinations for comparative study, practice and research for students from various universities, staff from other KLHK work units, and also local government. In order to expanding the network and improving the performance of research and development, CFPTI has cooperated with various domestic and foreign institutions. Cooperation undertaken such as with the Ministry of Environment and Forestry Service and other related services in province, district government, city government, community groups, state-owned enterprises, private company, and other companies. Meanwhile, overseas cooperation undertaken such as with ASEAN, IWTO, CIFOR, and Adelaide University. Aside from activities mentioned above, by the end of 2016, CFPTI has appointed as one of the leading centers of science and technology in the tropical forest plant breeding category by the Ministry of Research and Technology and Higher Education. Therefore, CFPTI is becoming a reference for R&D results of biotechnology and forest plant breeding in Indonesia. CFPTI is also undergoing a development and the downstream of R&D result, such as seed orchard development, DLSM, and private sector. Distribution of superior seed from breeding and development result and build-deployed research result, as well as the commercialization of R&D result with the private companies. With all the efforts we have done maximally, with the support from various sides, especially the related ministries that support CFPTI, it will be the center of science and technology excellence in forest biotechnology sector, forest plant breeding, and the conservation of forest plant genetic research.